NBC15. This is breaking news.
Police are on the scene right now of a shooting on the south side of Madison. And if you live in the area, police are telling you to stay indoors with the gunman on the loose. We also have learned that Aldo Leopold Elementary School is taking safety precautions.
It was reported around 9:45 this morning. We want to show you on a map where it is so you can stay indoors to be safe. It's on the 2700 block of McDivitt Road. Again, this is on Madison's south side.
And our very own Hannah Flood arrived on the scene moments after the call came in. She joins us now live from the scene. And from where you're standing, Hannah, what can you see out there right now?
Well, Amy and Christine, a large perimeter has been set up by police out here. They were called to an apartment building at the very end of McDivitt Street here around 9:45 this morning with reports of shots fired. Now, witnesses that I spoke with out in this neighborhood say they heard about 15 to 20 loud rounds all right in a row. They say then they saw at least one vehicle speed away, and one witness said they also saw someone take off on foot. Witnesses say one man, possibly in his mid-20s, was shot, and they say actually someone driving by stopped to administer CPR. Now, that man who was shot was taken away in an ambulance by the time police came. Police have set up, as I said, a wide perimeter, but have not found the shooters yet. They have K-9 teams out here and are talking to a lot of people in the neighborhood who said they heard those gunshots. People out here say this is usually a pretty quiet neighborhood, that a lot of kids live out here, and with the shooting happening at this time of day so early in the morning, they're very concerned for their safety. Now, again, Leopold Elementary is taking safety precautions at this time. We've not yet gotten an update from police, but Chief Koval is expected to update us very soon within the next few minutes. So to stay updated, you can check out NBC15.com and, of course, our social media pages. And we'll keep you updated on what we find out here. In Madison, Hannah Flood, NBC15 News.
All right, it's weather time. Let's take a look at the radar. We have some scattered showers out there to start off the morning, and you can see a few of those still showing up on radar. Now, a lot of it is to the east, but that area over the, we'll say the east central part of the state towards Sheboygan, the Fox River Valley, that area of moisture is going to rotate southeastward into southern Wisconsin. Now, it will take some time. The atmosphere is reasonably stable over the far southern part of the state, but by mid to late afternoon, we may get a few of those spotty showers heading in. 55 degrees, current temperature, north winds blowing at 9 miles per hour with rising pressure. I'll have your forecast coming up in about 10 minutes.
Charlie, thanks. The Madison Police Department is searching for a hit-and-run suspect that caused a power outage in a Madison neighborhood. That incident happened last night around 9:30 on Middleton Road. Residents reported hearing a loud bang just before the power went out and an odor of natural gas. The Madison Fire Department was able to locate downed power lines and trace them to a power pole broken into 3 pieces. A broken front-end grill belonging to a car was found near the rubble, but the car was no longer in that area.
Around the world, Secretary of State John Kerry is threatening to cut off all contact with Moscow over Syria unless Russian and Syrian government attacks on Aleppo end. Kerry issued that ultimatum in a telephone call just this morning to Russia's foreign minister. Kerry expressed grave concern over Russian attacks on hospitals and other civilian infrastructure in Aleppo. Kerry also said the U.S. is preparing to suspend a proposed counterterrorism partnership between our two countries. And now to our coverage on Decision 2016. Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton are both claiming wins in the most watched presidential debate ever. More now from NBC's Peter Alexander.
Donald Trump back on the trail and back on teleprompter, trying to frame Monday night's debate as a win, touting unscientific online surveys.
Almost every single poll had us winning the debate against crooked Hillary Clinton, big league.
Trump insisting he intentionally went easy on his rival.
I watched her very carefully, and I was also holding back. I didn't want to do anything to embarrass her.
Hillary Clinton enjoying her own victory lap.
Did anybody see that debate last night? Oh, yes. 1 down, 2 to go.
Her husband praising the performance.
Instead of personal insults, she ran it on issues, and I was tickled to death.
President Obama tweeting her vision and command showed that she's ready to be our next president. Clinton mocking Trump's claim that he was given a faulty microphone.
Anybody who complains about the microphone is not having a good night.
This morning, for the first time, we're hearing from Elisa Machado, a former Miss Universe, who says Trump repeatedly bullied her for gaining weight after she was crowned at the age of 19. Here with NBC's Natalie Morales.
What were the names that he called you?
Miss Piggy, Miss Housekeeping, Miss Eating Machine.
All to your face?
Yes, all the time.
The Clinton campaign unleashing this new web video where Machado says she was forced to work out in front of the cameras.
She weighed 118 pounds or 117 pounds, and she went up to 160 or 70. So this is somebody that likes to eat.
Trump on Fox News Tuesday making no apologies.
She gained a massive amount of weight, and it was a real problem.
The political discourse taking the low road. Former presidential candidate Howard Dean highlighting Trump's case of the sniffles, accusing him without any evidence of using cocaine.
The sniffling, the grandiosity, the delusions, the pressured speech. This guy has already proven himself to be unstable. The question is, why is he unstable?
And that was NBC's Peter Alexander. Trump, meantime, will be holding a rally in Waukesha tonight. It will be at the County Expo Center and begins at 6.
New at 11, nearly 100 new jobs are about to open in southern Wisconsin as a global supplier to the automotive industry opens operations in Beloit. Toledo Molding, a supplier to Chrysler, will be located at the Wisconsin State Line Industrial Park, where it will manufacture molded automotive parts for Jeep Cherokees. To help secure the project, the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation is providing the company with up to $750,000 in business development tax credits over the next 3 years. Coming up on NBC15 News at 11, as we head into one of the most beautiful seasons of the year, your home should reflect that. Our friends from Steinhoffels are here with some great ideas.
You're watching NBC15 News with Christine Belport, Amy Flugsoft, and Chief Meteorologist Charlie Shortino.
I'm possible at Herzing.
It was almost tearing me apart getting up every morning going to the same yucky job. Coming to Herzing was the best decision I have ever made. So I got a new job as a property accountant, and I will start right before graduation, so it's perfect timing. It was amazing. I am thrilled. I love Herzing because I feel like I can be myself while building on myself.
I'm possible at Herzing.
Attention homeowners, we're looking for 50 homes to participate in our home evaluation program. Here's what we want to do. We want to get those old energy-wasting windows out of your home that look like this and freeze you in the wintertime by installing new windows from Mad City Windows. The Valley Brook window with the super spacer system. Our windows are going to save you energy dollars, 70% more energy efficient than standard replacement windows. You know us here at Mad City Windows, Wisconsin's #1 remodeler. Why don't you call us here in Madison, anywhere in south central Wisconsin right now to be one of 50 homeowners to get these special savings. 60% off the installation of new windows before winter. Ask about up to 36 months, no interest, as we compensate you for your time. And if you call right now, dinner for two with your in-home estimate. Call today to give your home an energy upgrade. It's not too late to get those old windows out. Call Mad City Windows now. The official home remodeler of the Milwaukee Bucks, Mad City Windows.
This week on Alliant Energy's Powerhouse.
We'll introduce you to a couple who are trying to reduce the energy output of their home to next to nothing.
We'll show you how sunlight can be used to lower your energy use.
And we'll show you how a few trees can save you some money, as well as make your house worth more.
Plus, we'll get down and dirty with the basics of spray foam insulation.
All this and more this week on Alliant Energy's Powerhouse.
Saturday at 6:30 p.m. on NBC15.
Often imitated, but never duplicated. If there is no Roto in Rooter, then it's not Roto-Rooter. Family owned since 1948. Roto-Rooter.
With a change in the temps, it may be time to change your house up a little bit to make it feel a little more cozy. Here with some great ideas to add some fall flair to your home is Elena Moraru, a designer for Steinhoffels. Thanks so much, Elena, for joining us. And it's a great time of the year. As we said, we've got a little chill in the air right now, so it's time to change up the house. So where do we start?
So I know we talk about trends, and we try and follow all of them. But I'm actually today here to talk how to not follow trends.
Perfect.
How you can actually create your own, and there's several ways to do that. So first of all, like I would suggest you pay attention around you. Like whenever you feel good, you can just pay attention what colors and textures you have around. So, and just pick out those colors and textures and bring them into your home and create like through your pillows, through the piece of artwork, through different accessories. And one way to do it is like, as you see in our selection from today, we can actually play with different tones of one color. So, because it's fall and we want to incorporate some tones that are like characteristic for the fall. So what we picked is more like we can do different tones of gold. So we do have lighter tones, we have darker tones, and then here and there some tones of brown. So you can really, I mean, create. It doesn't have to be a very boring monochromatic scheme. So like doing like in different textures, like playing with the tone in different textures, you can actually add a twist. So there are actually several rules to do that. So first one is doing it in different textures, as I said, like you do each tone, but in like several different textures. Then another rule would be to do like 3 or 4, not more than 3 or 4 tones of the same color. And then the third one, I would suggest like using other pieces as more neutral, so that they can support the scheme and then can create a more comfortable look. So as you see right here, even in the piece of artwork, we do have like different browns, different grays, blacks, and whites. So that's actually pretty, like creates a very interesting look.
So would you say a good thing to do, say, you know, the basics in your house, keep those like basic colors, so then you can add these fun pops of color as the seasons change. Because, you know, brown or beige, those are all great neutrals, but gold is just gorgeous with these colors.
Yes, I know, and it's like, that's the thing, like, as you see, they're darker, they're lighter, so they really can like add a lot of texture and make a space like feel very comfortable, even though it doesn't have to be like very sophisticated, but it like has a twist.
Awesome.
So,
and just quickly, you know, a lot of our people are probably on a budget at home. What's the one thing they can maybe change out that's low cost but will make a dramatic statement?
Yeah, definitely. Like accessories, like pillows and different vases or anything like that. They don't cost a lot, and you can change them in like different seasons. So that's a great way. In artwork, you actually can do it yourself. Like if you see a piece of fabric somewhere, you can just try and stick it on a piece of canvas and create your own piece of artwork. So that's one way. But if you have a hard time doing that, you can hire a designer, Steinhoffels, and we can definitely help you with that. So
those are some great ideas. Elena, again from Steinhoffels, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Stay with us. We have much more coming up right after the break.
NBC15 News is brought to you by Menards.
Save big on Mastercraft doors at Menards. Mastercraft has the largest selection of quality doors at the lowest prices. This prime 6-panel door is ready to paint to match your home style. Right now, it's just $49. Get free local high-definition TV channels with this digital outdoor TV antenna from RCA. It receives TV broadcasts up to a 65-mile radius, only $59.99. Find this and more during Menards Made in the USA sale.
Save big money at Menards.
I'm a superhero because I beat Ewing sarcoma.
I'm fighting rhabdomyosarcoma.
I beat leukemia.
And I am fighting Ewing sarcoma.
Help local families of children with cancer and blood disorders by joining me and my amazing friends here for the Superhero Run 2016, Saturday, October 1st at Kiva Sports Center in Middleton, because kids can't fight cancer alone. Go to BadgerSuperhero.com for more information.
Brought to you by the following community supporters and NBC15.
There are 80 to 100,000 jobs going unfilled in Wisconsin, and yet you have all these high levels of unemployment here in the inner city of Milwaukee. The Joseph Project's goal and mission is to make those connections.
The Joseph Project is breaking cycles of all kind of poverty, because without a good paying job, you can't put food on the table.
These aren't low-paying jobs. They are good-paying jobs. They're careers.
We have Ron Johnson giving back to the community and giving back to the people of Milwaukee. I don't see nobody else doing that.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
4-Day Furniture on East Washington Avenue across from the East Town Mall in Madison is now specializing in upholstery and mattresses. We have over 75 groups of upholstery on our floor with prices starting at $249. We have leather and fabrics to choose from with immediate delivery. You buy it that day, you can take it home that day. Find a mattress you like, buy it that day, take it home that day. Come and shop with us. You'll love our quality and our prices at 4-Day Furniture on East Washington Avenue across the East Town Mall in Madison.
Breaking news if you are just joining us. Police are on the scene of an active shooter situation on Madison's south side. This video is from the scene and it's on the 2700 block of McDivitt Road. Moments ago, Chief Mike Koval of Madison PD told NBC15 News the shooting was not random and they are still looking for a shooter. He also said several bullets struck nearby buildings. At about 9:45, witnesses reported hearing about 15 gunshots and screaming. Now, if you live in the area, police are asking you to stay inside. We will, of course, continue to update you with more information as it becomes available. In developing news, new developments in a major banking scandal. As you know, Wells Fargo is launching its own investigation into millions of accounts opened without customer consent. And key executives are paying up.
Yeah, now the bank is forcing the CEO and the executive in charge of retail banking to forfeit tens of millions of dollars in compensation. Here's NBC's Jolene Kent.
This morning, major fallout at Wells Fargo.
Here are the transcripts.
After a brutal grilling on Capitol Hill.
Have you returned one nickel of the money you earned while this scam was going on?
And the board will do.
I will take that as a no then.
Wells Fargo's board of directors says it plans to revoke $41 million from CEO John Stumpf's compensation package. This comes just weeks after the bank disclosed it created as many as 2 million fraudulent accounts without permission from customers. More than 5,000 employees were fired in the process. Carrie Tolstedt, the head of the retail banking division that created the fake accounts, also penalized. She left the bank ahead of her scheduled retirement with no bonus or severance. She will also forfeit $19 million in stock awards, but she could still reportedly walk away with nearly $100 million. Wells Fargo's board of directors has also retained a law firm for an independent investigation, during which the CEO will not be paid a salary.
There's criminal behavior, there's unethical behavior, and there's sometimes just simply bad business.
Former employees now suing Wells Fargo in a class action lawsuit. Some tell NBC News the fraudulent behavior was a direct result of pressure from managers.
What felt strange was how adamant they were that every customer had to have 7 accounts.
Some say they tried to sound the alarm.
I had long, detailed emails to show, sharing with them some of the things that I was witnessing.
Shareholders now pushing back too, also filing a new class action lawsuit in Northern California, saying, quote, the fake accounts goose the stock price, directly benefiting executives. That's securities fraud.
This is your Weather Authority forecast.
Well, that, my friends, is known as a hot mess. All right, let's take a look at the weather forecast for you. Kind of a cool mess out there today. We have clouds, a little bit of drizzle during the morning. Some showers will be possible this afternoon. Temperature struggling a little bit with the clouds. 61 the expected high. That's a half dozen degrees below average. 48 degrees the low this morning. Still a little above average on that low temperature, so not bad in the mornings, but not much of a temperature rise during the day. 55 is the current reading. We have clouds. There are some pockets of drizzle out there still. Not many, but a few. Oh, things cruising around now. North winds at 9 miles per hour. The dew point is at 50. I guess we can't decide where to look this morning. All right, daily planner. We have 57 degrees, the expected noon temperature, 61 at 4 p.m. The possibility of a light shower this afternoon due to a little bit of instability that will develop in the atmosphere. It's certainly not warm, but it's a lot warmer than it is upstairs. And the more that temperature difference between the surface and the air aloft, the more instability we will see. And we may get just enough for a spotty shower this afternoon. There's certainly enough moisture in place. We just have to start lifting the air, and that will be due to that thermal instability. We have some flood warnings in effect, one along the Mississippi River. This is the Kickapoo River, the Baraboo River, and also the Yellow River in the northern part of Juneau County, still under flood warnings. Temperatures mainly in the 50s. Most of them are in the mid-50s. It's been a slow climb this morning due to a wave of low pressure that's spinning just to the east of here. Now, of note, you can see some of this moisture moving back into Wisconsin, kind of on the back side. This will eventually curl southward and will affect the south central part of Wisconsin, so we'll watch out for that. You can see those showers heading in, but as soon as the temperature begins to fall late afternoon and into the evening, the showers will just disappear. A lot of the clouds will disappear as well as high pressure begins to build in from the northwest. This ridge will bring us lots of sunshine for tomorrow. Forecast high today is 61. Tomorrow warmer with some sunshine, 69. Back into chances of rain late Friday, but better chances come in on Saturday. You're watching NBC 15 News at 11. We'll be back right after this break.
Here's Mom's correspondent Pam Tauser with today's Mom's Minute.
Hi, today we're with Michelle Reimer, registered dietitian, and we're talking moms and stress, and it affects our nutrition.
Absolutely. Stress definitely negatively impacts our nutrition.
Okay, how so?
Well, we've all had those days where we were very stressed out and we wanted to eat something or eat lots of something that wasn't so good for us. And the reason why is that our body produces a hormone called cortisol. And cortisol not only increases our appetite, it also increases our motivation to eat. There's also evidence that suggests that stress impacts our food preferences. So we crave high-fat, high-sugar foods rather than something like broccoli.
Alas. And there's a great way to learn more about this, and it's free.
Absolutely. We'd love for anyone to join us at the Wisconsin Women's Health Foundation 10th Annual Dialogue. It's on October 3rd.
At the Edgewater.
Yes, and you just need to go online and register for it.
All right, thank you.
The NBC15 Weather Authority is brought to you by the YMCA of Dane County. The Y needs great preschool and after-school child care instructors. Apply today and live our cause.
Every artist has ideas, and every idea needs the supplies, and you can find them all in one place. Wisconsin Craft Market is Dane County's premier source of supplies for every artist. You won't believe the expanded selection of supplies. And as our already huge bead assortment continues to grow, Wisconsin Craft Market has one of the biggest and best selections of beads in medicine. Nobody can beat our prices and selection at Wisconsin Craft Market, right off the Beltline in the Westgate Mall, Whitney Way.
Mad City Windows, Wisconsin's #1 remodeler, can install the most affordable windows in your home before winter. It's not too late to call now for these special savings and give your home an energy upgrade. They'll make a difference.
Temperature-wise, as far as summer goes, it definitely keeps the air very nice and cool. It is very nice for our bills. And then for winter, it is very nice to have it, you know, nice and sealed, and it keeps everything nice and cozy and warm and very comfortable since we have a wooden home. It's very nice.
You're going to love our windows, whatever size you need. Bay, bow, double hung, slider. You'll love the ease of operation. Be one of 50 homeowners to get these special savings, up to 60% off installation. Ask about 36 months, no interest. And if you call right now, dinner for two with your in-home estimate. Pick up the phone and call Mad City Windows today. Be one of those 50 homeowners. The official home remodeler of the Milwaukee Bucks, Mad City Windows.
On Jeopardy! I'm Seth Wilson.
4 days, 5 days, 6 days.
Lucky 7 going for 8.
You know, I'm impressed with Seth.
Thanks, Alex.
How far can he go?
Fingers crossed.
Wednesday afternoon at 4:30, brought to you by Morgan's Shoes.
In your money, nobody heads out shopping with the intention of spending more than they have to, yet that's exactly what we do often. Here's money expert Stacey Johnson with the list of common buys that cost more than they should.
Getting married and getting buried. Both events that run into the thousands. If you've paid for either, you'll probably acknowledge they often cost more, a lot more, than you feel like they should. But there are lots of things we buy that are way overpriced. Here's some of my favorites, along with some alternatives. First, pets. Why would you ever pay $1,000 for a purebred dog when you could get one practically free from the Humane Society and save a life at the same time? Next, designer anything. From handbags to sunglasses to clothes, it's easy to pay hundreds of dollars extra just for a name. Sure, sometimes quality is better, but hundreds better? Not often. And speaking of a name, there's makeup. Sometimes better? Maybe. But listen to this bite from a makeup artist from a 2010 story.
This Chanel foundation, love it, $45. This Maybelline here at Walgreens for $10.50.
How about razor blades? You can pay $3.50 for a heavily advertised cartridge. That's insane, especially when you can get a virtually identical no-name for less than half that price. How about HDMI cables? You can get them for a couple of bucks, but you can find them for $70. It's amazing. Finally, glasses. You can go to a high-end store and pay $500 for frames, or you can go online and pay $50. You can also go to a warehouse store and pay a lot less. What are we, blind? Believe me, I could go on, but I'm out of time. So let's take this conversation online. Go to moneytalksnews.com, do a search for shopping, and tell me what you think we pay too much for. For Money Talks News, I'm Stacey Johnson.
Did Stacey just advocate for adopting animals? That's for you, Stacey. Coming up after the break, Charlie has a final check of your forecast.
NBC15 News is brought to you by A1 Furniture.
We're all in this together.
This is all about your injury.
All you gotta do is sign.
The offer's more than fair.
All you have to do is sign.
I think we mostly fixed the car.
All you have to do is sign.
I have a pen.
You called the lawyer. You being Abraham?
This conversation is over.
Don't make things worse by taking the insurance company's quick offer for easy money. Because if it's really all about the money, then it should be all about your lawyer. Call 800-800-5678. Huppy and Abraham right now.
The Child Emotion Lab invites your family for child development research. Receive up to $40 per study. Let your child be part of scientific discovery. To learn more, call now, 608-890-2525.
Clean up at the Brothers Main Laundry Cleanup Sale. Our expanded showrooms are stuffed full with our largest appliance selection ever to help you clean up. Front load, top load, energy efficient, stacked, everything to help your home's hardest working appliances. All the top brands on sale: Maytag, Whirlpool, and Amana. Now through Sunday, get 12 months of 0% interest financing and free delivery when you buy a washer and dryer pair. You can clean up with these laundry deals now at the newly remodeled Brothers Main, your local store for more since 1938.
Most milk travels hundreds of miles before it's bottled. Ours travels less than one. Fresh, local, BGH-free. Produced on our family farm. Sassy Cow Creamery.
Tonight on Blind Spot, she's deep undercover.
You need to prove you're one of us. A test, an assassination.
Now, it's her moment of truth. Do it. Then on SVU, he was wrongly convicted.
We were able to identify the real rapist.
But a new crime points back to the same suspect.
The guy we just got out of prison?
And on Chicago PD.
What we have is a white woman missing in the ghetto.
A case so heated, it could ignite the city.
You know CPD ain't welcome in the gardens.
A night of new drama, tonight on NBC.
All right, let's take a look at that radar. A few spotty showers north and east of the city of Madison. As you head out the door, it's 55 under cloudy skies and north winds at 9 miles per hour. 61 with a few showers this afternoon.
All right, thanks, Charlie. We'll have the latest on that breaking news on the shooting on the south side on the web.
NBC15 News is always on at NBC15.com, powered by TDS High-Speed Internet.